Pisces. Spirit has a message for you. Let's see what's going on. Okay, Pisces, today is April 1st, 2026, April Fool's Day. But when you find this message is when you're meant to receive it. This will be a general message for all Pisces placements. So take what resonates, leave the rest, as not all readings will resonate with everyone. So just because I say something doesn't necessarily mean it has to do with you. So keep that in mind. Let's see what messages come through today. Okay, that's coming out. I hope that you're all doing well. If you're new here, welcome. Feel free to subscribe to the channel if you want. Welcome back to all my subscribers. Thank you for being here each and every day. Thank you for hitting all those buttons. That's really helping my channel. If you could do that again, because whenever you interact with whatever video you're looking at, whether it's my videos or somebody else's videos, even if you just make a slight comment like where you're from or, something like that, it helps the algorithm of YouTube to help push out your video to more people. When you don't interact with it, it gets kind of, obviously the subscribers get to see the videos, but not everyone else. So it really does help me when you interact with the video. So thank you for that, everyone. So let's see what's going on for the day. Today is April Fool's Day, but when you find this message again is when you're meant to receive it. Okay, so the underlying energy here is the Seven of Pentacles here for what you don't see. So it feels like you're kind of like looking back at what you've done. Perhaps all the work that you've done in some type of situation. We'll get into it in just a moment here. But it's like you are taking a rest is what it feels like. So this underlying energy shows me you resting. After working pretty hard, cultivating something with the Seven of Pentacles here. You've developed a lot of skills along the way, okay? So you're taking a moment to reflect upon the progress that you've made, okay? The skills that you've developed, and looking at the growth that you've made as an individual. In the past energy here, we do have the Four of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, and the Nine of Swords. So when I look at the past here with your thoughts, it seems like it's almost like, in the recent past, you've kind of like had a zest for new activity. Perhaps after some type of painful ending, or something that left you, in an imbalance. I feel like what's happened here in the recent past is you've kind of returned to, normal activity, getting your life back together, balancing things out again, okay? Making decisions in the recent past, and, kind of returning to life's pleasures and activity and things like that. You have a better outlook on life now. It feels like you may have went through something before the recent past where it really did, make you retreat. It made you imbalanced, and it made you feel horrible. It may have left you up at night having nightmares, very depressed, things like that. But I do see in the recent past that things are getting better. I do see a return to life, a more balanced mentality, and you know, like it's like even your health is improved. We're going to go back and clarify. At the present moment, we have the Queen of Swords, the Strength, and the Magician in the reverse position. So with the Queen of Swords being upright, I feel like, you know, you're still carrying a lot of you're still carrying a lot of things on your own. Okay, there's an independence to this Queen of Swords here, an independent thinker who has been very, very strong through your life. Okay, I feel like you're going to do it the way that you want to do it, how you're going to do it. You're a very independent thinker here. You're going to do things. You're not going to wait around for anyone anymore. In other words, you're just going to do it yourself. This has taken a lot of strength at the present moment for you here, Pisces. This is Leo energy here. And with the Magician being reversed here, it feels like what Spirit is saying to me is that, you know, you're going to be this independent thinker. You're going to be strong through the situation at the current time, perhaps because you've had to work really, really hard. You're taking a break and looking back at all the skills that you're developed here. And with the Magician being reversed, it makes me feel like, you know, somebody may have thought that you were unable to do this on your own. We're going to go back and clarify. But it's like it's that kind of energy, and you're proving them wrong, that you can do it. You do have the strength. You're proving them wrong that you have the ability to learn new skills, to do things on your own, to manifest your own reality. And the Magician being reversed, it's like that's their doubt about you, that you're unable to do this on your own. What I'm being pulled to is like doing a chore that, you know, I just put up some new ceiling fans, okay? And would I be able to do that on my own as a woman is what it feels like. Or do I need the help from a man to actually do it? Or can I learn to do it on my own? That's the type of energy that I'm feeling here. And having the mentality to say, I am independent, I can learn new skills, I am strong, and I can do this myself. In the near future here, we have the Ace of Swords here. There's a lot of mental energy in today's reading here. So having the strength, determination, and victory in order to be strong in a situation here in the near future. Perhaps through some type of turbulence. And then we have the Queen of Wands here reversed. I feel like with the Queen of Wands, this is telling me that you may be dealing with somebody in the near future that brings in conflict, that can bring a bit of chaos into your life, but you're going to be strong through this. You're going to stand tall in your truth. You're going to have victory over any type of conflict in the near future because you worked really hard to get to this place here that you currently are, Pisces. Let's get some more information and clarify. Okay, so in the recent past, clarifying the Four of Swords reversed. You know, you're returning to life again. You have this new zest, this new vigor, this return to activity. And with the Five of Cups being reversed as well, this tells me that, you know, you may be in a new relationship, or there could be a return of an old friend coming through here that's kind of giving you this zest for life. You're being offered some type of newness in this situation, and this could be a new relationship, but somebody's offering you something here with the Ace of Pentacles here to help balance out your life. It could be a new job as well. So you may be meeting somebody new through a job. So you may have gotten a new job or some type of offer of, you know, abundance here in order to balance out your life. And you're returning to a daily activity with more zest and vigor and excitement in your life. You may have met somebody new that may have offered you this. This Knight of Wands is here as well in the upright position, clarifying this Nine of Swords. So, you know, you're feeling a lot better here. You may have met somebody that may have children, that may have offered you a job or some type of abundance, or this could be some type of, you know, you could have gone on a date. Maybe they have children of their own. This could also be your father who has offered you some type of financial help in order to help balance out your life, to help you return to life more excited, you know. But it doesn't have to be here. But I feel like this is a swift energy that happened in the recent past here where somebody came to help you out, to help balance you out. This could be a return of an old friend or somebody new that you met that offered you some type of abundance, some type of help in order to balance out your life, which left you feeling more excited about life and feeling a lot better, like your health is improved and everything. So this is your recent past. Let's clarify the present moment. Okay, so with this independent thinking at the present moment, it's like you feel like you can spend the money on whatever you want. That you're no longer this wounded warrior here. You're in your strength and in your power here. You may be helping others as well. You could be a nurse or a healthcare practitioner. You could be, because I'm seeing the scales here, there is also Libra energy to help balance out your life. It's like giving and taking. You know that the more you put out, the more you get back kind of feeling here. And that's what your mental energy is here. It's like you're giving to the universe and it's giving back to you. With the Nine of Wands here, clarifying the Strength card, you're no longer the wounded warrior here. With this Nine of Wands being reversed. You may have felt like giving up at some time, but you have pushed through with your strength here at the current moment. Perhaps, you know, this could also be you paying bills and you've had to persevere and push through. with your mental agility in order to make ends meet. And you've worked really, really hard. And now you're resting and looking at all you've learned and all that you've accomplished at this time. Like I said, you did this on your own. Nobody helped you here. There may have somebody that offered you something in the recent past here that helped you get on your feet, but you did this on your own. Very independently here, Pisces. We do have the King of Cups here as well in the reverse position, clarifying the Magician. I feel like this energy is somebody that's very difficult to please, that felt like you couldn't do this on your own. There's somebody in the energy at the present moment that feels like you're not able to do this, or tells you that you're not able to do this. But you have. You've had the strength and perseverance in order to push through this. Perhaps maybe to pay all the bills on your own, or help others on your own. You've learned a new skill here. You know what? This feels like maybe you could have even got a new education or something like that. So take what resonates here. And now you've graduated and you're looking at all the hard work you've done. And maybe there was somebody in your energy at the present moment that didn't think that you would be able to do this, that you didn't have the strength and determination in order to do this, but you did. That's the energy I'm picking up here at the present moment. Let's clarify the near future. I do see some type of argument or something, somebody bringing in some conflict in the near future. But you're holding your truth. Yeah, there's some type of ending with somebody, perhaps the end of a conflict, because you're showing them that you did this on your own. That you're no longer the novice. That you learned these skills and you did it on your own. Yeah. So you're standing your ground here. In the shadow here, we do have the Seven of Wands here. You're standing your ground. You're standing superior in your action, in your passion. You're not letting other people knock you down any longer. So we have the Page of Cups and the Two of Wands here, clarifying this Ace of Swords. With the Page of Cups being reversed, I feel like this is your energy here. You're like, I don't need help from anyone. I can do this on my own. Look at the skills that I've learned, and I'm ready to take on the world. I don't need your help. That's the kind of mentality here in the near future. So something's going to end here. Some type of turbulent, chaotic quarrel is going to end because you can stand on your own 2 feet by yourself. With the Four of Pentacles being here in the reverse position, clarifying this Queen of Wands, you're going to tell this person that you can do this on your own. That there's no longer like hardships, perhaps financially. This is all about independence here, being able to do it all on your own. And you worked really hard to get here, Pisces. You didn't need help from anybody. There was somebody in your life that didn't think that you could do it, but you did. So this could even be like I said, perhaps, you went back to school and you graduated and you didn't have, you might have had somebody around you that didn't think that you'd make it, but you did. You worked hard and now you can rest. You're standing your ground here. You're not letting anybody knock you down anymore. And whatever quarrel happens here in the near future, it's going to end. This chapter is going to end with this situation. So I feel like in the recent past, there may have been somebody that came into your life that offered you a solution. Maybe they said to you, if you do this, you'll get back on your feet. Maybe somebody offered, maybe even your father figure offered you to go back to school and said, I'll pay for it. It could have been something like that. Or a return of an old friend or somebody new that you met that offered help for you to feel better. And you do, and it balanced your life out. And at the current moment here, I feel a lot of independence. You did it. You did it. And you're standing your ground here and saying, I can do this all on my own. I can put up that ceiling fan by myself. I don't need your help. I don't need anyone's help. I can learn new skills and I can do it myself. So I do see some type of situation in the near future where you may get into it with somebody a little bit and you stand your ground here. And you say, I'm no longer this novice. I learned the skills in order to take care of things myself. Again, take it as it resonates, where it resonates. What is the outcome? I see abundance here. You're no longer being left out in the cold. What is the outcome? Yeah, there's swift movement for abundance coming in for you, Pisces. There is swift movement coming in. This is going to shake your foundation with the Four of Wands being at the back of the deck here with the in the reverse position. This is going to shake up your world, shake up your foundation. I definitely see abundance coming in for you. So whatever new skills that you've learned here, whatever you've cultivated that people thought that you wouldn't be able to do, or a person that thought that you wouldn't be able to do this, you're doing it. And with the Five of Pentacles here, it feels like, you're going to be bringing in some money here. Things are going to be a lot different than they used to be. I see an improved outlook. You could be getting a new job. It could be at a distance with the Chariot card. But whatever skills you've developed is leading you towards either new employment or abundance, a new outlook. Instead of walking outside of this church, all wounded and, weak, you're walking into the church with abundance to give. And this is swift energy coming through with the Chariot here. So it seems like the overall message here at Pisces is that in the recent past, you may have gone through something where your whole life was kind of shifted. You may have had a friend or family member come in to offer you a suggestion to balance out your life here, okay, with new ideas. And at the present moment here, it's like you've cultivated strength in order to persevere. You're no longer the wounded warrior. And you may have had people in your life thinking that you couldn't do it, but you did very independently. You could be giving back to others. You may have started a new job where, like I said, it could be healthcare or some situation where you may be helping others. But you learned the skills in order to do this. You've had somebody in your life that maybe thought that you wouldn't be able to do this, but you did. There's some type of conflict in the near future where it's going to end the conflict and you're going to show them, basically. You're going to say, look what I did. You're standing your ground. You're standing in your truth. This is going to end the argument. Things are improving for you financially. There's abundance coming in for you in a swift way. There could be a new employment, something like that coming in that's going to shake your foundation and make things a lot better for you, Pisces. Let's pull a message from the universe here to finish up. Well, this is a nice reading for a Wednesday. So definitely, you've really worked hard for this, Pisces. It's basically, you're showing others that didn't have faith in you to be able to do this on your own, to be able to put up the ceiling fan by yourself, or whatever the case is. You learned the new skills in order to do it on your own. You should be very proud of yourself. You've had a lot of strength through this. Message from the universe, please, Spirit. It says, love yourself more by saying no to the things that feel draining and burdening for you. Saying no when you want to say no instead of saying yes to please other people is a real act of self-love. In other words, you don't have to explain anything to anybody. You don't have to have a conflict with anybody and, say, look what I've done and stand your ground. You really don't have to do that. You do things for yourself. Don't do things just to please others. You do it for you. In other words, that's what the universe is telling you. Let's pull an Akashic Records Oracle card. I feel like there's somebody in your life that kind of drains you, is what I'm feeling here, or doesn't believe in you, or is always causing conflict, whether this is a sibling, whether this is a parent, whether this is a spouse, or even a friend that you're close to that just doesn't, isn't very supportive, in other words. I get that feeling that you've got that type of energy around you, but there's going to be an end to that in the near future. An Akashic Records Oracle card to finish up the reading for Pisces, please, Spirit. It says dependence. There's something or someone you are clinging to and it's keeping you from stepping into your light. What did I just say? You got this energy around you. You have everything you need to succeed and the only approval you need is your own. Exactly what I just said. You don't need the approval of others. So there's someone in your life here, Pisces, that I kept seeing here at the present moment in the near future who likes to cause conflict with you or says that you're not able to do things on your own, is what I'm feeling here. And by keeping this type of person in your life, it's keeping you from stepping into your abundance. It's stopping you from stepping into your light, your victory. You have everything you need to succeed in your heart here. And the only approval you need is your own, not anybody else's. Stop doing things to make other people feel good. In order to, stop being dependent on what other people think, you've got to not do that, because when you do that, you're not loving yourself. So in order to love yourself more, you got to stop saying yes to the things that you don't want to say yes to, and stop being dependent on others and what they think about the things that you do. Who cares what they think? You do you. By you stepping into your power, by stepping into the strength here and persevering through it, you're stepping into your own light and you will succeed. So I'm going to leave the message there, Pisces. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. I hope you have a wonderful day today. Please be kind and compassionate to one another. Namaste.